The neat thing about convection ovens, they can actually brown stuff. They cook faster. Just if you haven't used them before, I would highly suggest getting one. To anyone who's cooking commercially, if you don't have one already, there's something wrong with you. If you don't have one, do not try cooking this like this. There are other methods that I probably should tell you about, but that's not what this is all about. I'm showing you how to do it in there. Now, this will sit overnight, mainly because what I just did right now, I'd have to do it in the morning, and I hate getting up in the morning, so I do it the day before, and I actually think it makes it better because all that spice and flavor kind of permeates the meat a little bit. It makes it just even much better the next day. What I'm going to do tomorrow, and I'm just going to clip this in because today there's nobody here. This is one of our off days. Tomorrow there's going to be people running all over this kitchen. Well, not running all over it, but there'll be people moving around. I got this big old tripod set up here, and it just wouldn't work to have a whole bunch of people in this kitchen when I'm trying to do this. So tomorrow I will brown this up. Oh, one thing I want to add about the spicing on here. If you noticed, I did not use any salt. There is a reason for this. Number one, a lot of people I feed are low salt diets, so you can't have an abundance of salt because it's bad for them. And to tell you the truth, in this country we eat too much damn salt anyway. It's in every single thing you eat, just about. The manufacturer, the pre-cooked foods love to add salt to stuff because it's preservative. Stuff will last longer, they can keep it longer. Unfortunately, it's not good in mass quantities for us. It causes hypertension, high blood pressure, stroke, heart disease, diabetes, and a whole bunch of other stuff in excess. Chinese had a saying, learned it a long time ago, everything in moderation. Now you're going to say, but you have to have salt. It'll taste like, if you don't have any salt. Well, here's the thing. Tomorrow I'm going to take these, put them in a convection oven at 350 degrees for 20 minutes. I'm going to pull them out. I'm going to take all these pieces of meat, I'm going to flip them up, let the vegetables fall to the bottom, flip them over, throw them back in that convection oven for another 20 minutes. Then I'm going to pull them out and I'm going to add something. This here, just to hold this up without the company name, was called Au Jus Mix. Au Jus. Gesundheit. Yeah, I know I'm nuts. Can't help it. This here, if you look in the back, first ingredient, salt. Then you got autolyzed yeast extract derived from barley. Sugar, whey protein, concentrate, milk, hydrolyzed soybean protein, cornstarch, caramel color, sulfurites, monosodium glutamate, onion powder, corn syrup, salts, dextrose, thiamine hydrochloride. Alright, just like Mom used to make. Here's salt. I'm going to mix approximately 2 gallons of this mix tomorrow. And after I pull it out of the convection oven for the second time for the browning phase of this, I will dump that liquid all over, covering both of these. Put an aluminum foil cover on top, tighten it up pretty good, throw it back in that convection oven, and cook for approximately 2.5 to 3 hours probably. It also
oh, there we have it.
That's a good place for pork to cook.
Looks like pot roast to me, at least potential pot roast. All the prep work done, all you got to do is do the cooking. There's what it looks like after the first 20 minutes in the convection oven at 350 degrees. And I'm going to take each one of those pieces and flip them over. Don't worry if it doesn't fit right now. It's kind of swollen up and it's kind of in a swelling mode right now. Just get it all flipped over. I'm going to put her back in that convection oven for another 20 minutes at 350, and there's another 20 minutes at 350. Nice brown on that. And we're going to take and we're going to flip that over again. We're going to be flipping this stuff quite a few times. But you got to do it to make it good. Flip it. Here comes the salty part. That's the au jus mix that I made up. Boiling hot, so got to be careful with it. I'm holding the camera and dumping it at the same time, which is probably not a recommended cooking process, but it worked for me. And we're going to keep dumping in there until we use it all up. Like I said, that's about 2 gallons I got there. Mixed up. Dump the whole shot in there, and after it's all dumped in there, which is just about covering, it will cover after it cooks down a bit. We're going to take and put aluminum foil tightly over the top. Make sure it's tight, because if it's not, that convection oven will boil all the water out on you, and well, it'll burn and it'll make a mess. Okay, there we got first about 45 minutes, hour, give or take, approximately. Pull it out, flip it over again. So what we're trying to do is keep it moist, keep it braising. It doesn't cook if it's not sitting in the liquid. It doesn't cook well if it's not sitting in the liquid. It'll dry out and be really nasty, actually. Like I said, just do the best you can, get it back in there. That's what the other one looked like after I flipped it. It's all flipped over, cover it back up, back in. And hour later, back out again. Flip it again. It's starting to cook now. You can tell when you stick the fork in it. You're going to tell in a couple seconds here. Right about there. Oh, slipped right off the fork on me. That's alright. Look at the camera, make sure it's okay. Oh, got some on the camera. That's not a good thing. But now I'm going to have one of my helpers help me a little bit here. Because I can't grab this meat with this fork anymore. There, now we can do it.
And we're flipping.
And just take and turn all those over. Like I said, they're starting to get cooked right now because they're slipping off the fork. Before they're cooked, you can stick that fork in there that I got, and it'll actually stick on there. You have a hard time getting them to fall off. Well, as it cooks, it gets more and more tender, and that friction that held it on before lessens and lessens.
Looks marvelous.
And I'll do the other one too, since I got a helper this time to help me film this. It helps to have help, let me tell you. I got a lot of help in this kitchen. Good help too. That's a big part of it. And keep flipping it over and flipping it over. Like I said, it's the only way you can make it good is keep doing this. And it seems like you're constantly doing it because this is over a good 5-hour process here of cooking. And there it is, pretty much done. You can tell when you stick a fork in it, you can turn that fork and it kind of just feels real loose on you. And at about this point is when I want to stop. I'll let it rest for about 15-20 minutes. I want all the oil to rise to the top. It's already there, but I want every bit of it as much as I can. Because what I'm going to do here is take a ladle, right there we got a ladle, and just skim all of that fat that's on the top off, or as much as you possibly can. You really don't want to have that with it. It makes it way too rich, and it's greasy. I mean, it's not good. So I try to get as much of that off as I possibly can. You can tell when you drop it in there, it's clear, then you get the brown swirls in there. That's actually the au jus swirling around. Okay, it's sat. I've got the oil off of it, or all the excess fat. And now I'm going to take and cut it up into more or less serving size sections. More or less. It's kind of an eyeball measurement we use here. I suppose we could get a scale out and weigh out everyone's proportion, but you can eyeball it. Like I said, this will feed 60 to 70 people, not unless you get all uber generous and start, giving 5 pounds of meat on everybody's plate. You're going to run out pretty fast that quick, I'd say. And then we got her cut, and that's what she looks like served. That's the one I ate right there. It was excellent. Nice and tender the meat was. Have a little baked potato there. Probably too much butter. No sour cream. And that's about it. And my video I got looking at here just started over on me. And I ain't got nothing else to show. Bummer, man.